Hi friends, we've done drunk chats before, but today is pot noodle chats because I'm kind of in maintenance mode right now. My hair has leave-in conditioner in it. I've literally just shaved my beard with a straight razor because I had a laser earlier today, and my regular razor kind of irritates my skin a bit too much, so I use the straight razor to just like get rid of the prickly bits. And I've got a pot noodle because I'm heading out again soon. Once I'm ready, once I've got myself in place, so it's maintenance. Which means like the Facebook renaming team, I'm gonna go a bit meta. I want to keep reassessing why I'm doing these videos because the reason keeps changing. And I know that if you do watch them in order, you're probably going to find that every 10 or so, I make a why am I doing these videos, but that's sort of in keeping with how I like to approach life, of always be self-reflecting. Because self-reflection is kind of the best way to grow. So there is some self-reflection here, and sometimes maintenance days and self-reflection are sort of where the best bits of it come out. Because we can't all be like kicking ass every day. I mean, unless you're like Chapel Roan. But even then, I assume she still has days where she has to do her conditioning. So, why I do these videos, I've always, not just why I do these videos, why I do the videos the way I do them. I do want a platform. And I want a platform because I think I have important things to say. But I don't want to be an influencer, which I think toes a real line. Because obviously, what's the point of a platform if you're not trying to influence? But really, I think the value of a platform for me is the ability to use it to connect to other people with platforms. And I'm not looking to just be broadly influency, especially because influencer just means advertiser. It's just a fancy word for advertiser that frankly gets paid too little for the advertising they do. That's by the by. So I am committed, and this was something I realized going through the comments. I am really committed to making sure that I am not advertiser friendly. So just quickly, fuck, shit, bollocks, free Palestine, Israel is a terror state, release the unredacted files, Prince Andrew is a nonce. If this video has less views than all the rest of my videos, but that's sort of a point too, is if you are watching this, you have managed to find it despite the last 30 seconds. I don't want to do these if I end my videos with like, comment and subscribe, it's because I'm joking. It's because it's a funny thing to say. But you don't have to subscribe, but I am here every day. Like, bookmark my channel. Like, subscriptions don't work on YouTube anyway. It's a vanity measure. But I'm here every day and I'm going to keep being here every day. And you don't have to see me every day, but I'm not going to stop being here. So that consistency is sort of something I offer to you. That's part of why I do this. That's part of why I do this, is so there is a consistent connection to my life. Part of why I do it is to show the maintenance days, to show the kind of bricky days. I think probably today's looking in the mirror is some of the least feminine I've felt in, a month or so. And that's okay. And it's not an exclusively trans experience, That's, I really remind myself that looking in the mirror and thinking you look a bit boyish or you don't look very feminine today is absolutely not something that just trans people go through. And I want to show it off. There's so much pressure for us as trans people to be on it 24/7. you can't really show downtime because, you know, because of all the pressure. So, hi, let's see some downtime. There is more people watching my videos now. One of my videos has over 300 views, which is insane. And I've noticed YouTube gives me analytics. This is why we're getting meta. Look, if I've got the time, I'll show you the little graphs that came up to me today of like, you see my like view count and then whoop, and then my subscribers like whoop. And it was a video about being able to see the future, which is a really important video for me. And a really important thing to have like realized, and I hope something relatable. And that's sort of the platform I want to have. We talk a lot about the value of visibility, and maybe if you live in trans spaces and all your algorithms throw you trans stuff, you can believe that like it's fine, we're visible now. But we need more, right? And we need more normalized trans people, because that's part of what stopped me from realizing for so long was I'm a bit different. You know, and look, it's because the femininity I aspire to is butch lesbianism. I'm going basically the full way around the circle. Go figure. But it still matters, and I still want to be that, and I want to be normalized. So if I can just show that that's allowed to anyone, that's what the platform was for. And it's not an influencer, it's just a me. I think that's really all I've got. I'm going to finish my pot noodle off camera. I've realised that I actually don't want too much footage of me eating noodles to be on the internet. I'll go for like a big mouthful, and that can be the thumbnail. There we go. Hang on, fuck. It's too hot. I love you very much, friends. I'll go back to not being meta. I'll make some like positive or real trans content soon. And one of these days I am going to make the flag, because that bit of wall being bare has bothered me for so long. Good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.